I'll be talking some of the features of debugging and what actually debugging does. So if you have a bad code, or if you just want to check what the code is doing, so you can pretty much debug it. And to do that, you have to set the breakpoints first. So the breakpoint will be some stopper where your code actually, when you run the code, it will stop right at that line. Let's say if you put a breaker right here, so you can see that red dot right there. So whenever we will run the code, it will execute and it will stop right here at the code. And then we have some other features where we can run through and then look up at the code. So if you just want to add another breakpoint here, so it will keep on going into this area, so we can see what this loop is doing here. So if you want to just go debug and start debugging, you can see here it stopped right there, and then we can see, and or in this section we have the values for the iterators for the count loop. As we set the countdown 9, you can see it's the countdown currently it's 9. And then to walk through the code, we have some other features. For example, we can step into the code, we can step over, and first I'll be going into the step over. So step over, basically it will just go on and it will just go onto the code and keep executing line by line. So we will see what's happening here. So as I click on step over, we can see the display loop. It's now 1. So the output should be going into the first loop now. So as we step over again and again, you can see while the loop is going down, it keeps changing. We get the values, and then as we run through again and then it says now the countdown value is 8. So it's going to keep running until the count value gets equals 0, and then it will step out from this loop, go into the other while loop, and then it will continue doing this whole thing until all of the requirements are met and the loop is all done and finished. So stepping over, it basically gives a general view of what your code is doing. We have another feature called step into, so we're gonna go into that now. So step into, it goes further deep into your code, and it gives every single detail ever possible where you can go to. So if I click step into over here and see out, so as I click further, I can see now I'm in the IO into input IO stream, the see out stream code. So it will run me over there a couple of times, as long as the console code is working. And let's say I don't want that to happen. I want to go back to my code. So there's another feature for that where you can step out from the code. If you go out from the code, you can see it's getting back. Now here I'm back into my code now. So stepping into is pretty much going further detailed into everything. And then if you want to stop, you can just stop right here, stop debugging. Or if you want to just continue, you can just continue on to your debugging here, right here. Okay, so we can add another feature in debugging. It's called conditional debugging, or based on a condition. Let's say, okay, I'm gonna stop it, and let's say I put a breakpoint right here into the countdown where it's decrementing. So you right click here and then you go to a condition, and I can put a condition. Let's say I want debugging to start when the countdown is less than or equal to 5. Okay, so now here you can see a plus sign. The condition is now being made. So if I debug now, if I start the debugging, the code will continue running until the countdown, my decrementer countdown, hits 5. So as you can see, I set the condition where it equals to 5, and then the code will stop over there, and then with that I can just step over, and then I can go ahead with what I want from there. So that's it for this lab. I hope I have tried my best to make it understand, and okay, I'll just say okay. Alright, thank you so much for watching.